this? What is this? Stop normalizing cheating. 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 Oh. Of course, the pendulum, oh, just weighing down over the other weighing down of some neck guard here is just clear as day, clear as day, neck guard. So this person is obviously in battle already, and mostly with the temperature changes, because oh, it's just something that keeps you warm, right? Hmm. Who knew? Who knew? So let's take a listen.
Hello to all my wholesome and loyal followers. Today we're going to be talking about the problem of cheating.
Oh, I'm a wholesome and loyal. Oh, bash. What is this? Just slanted upon slant and this and that and this. What? 4 seconds in. Smashed.
And why it's becoming so normalized. So among people my age, I'm sure if you ask anyone, they've probably been cheated on or
So, how old are you? Who knows? Maybe it shows that there's no such thing as a loyal follower. What is this? You could be, you could be, you could be 30 some years old. And you could also be 20 some year old. Who knows? It's just a bash because, wow, the light deceiveth. And you use it and you make sure you cake it on and recake and reapply. And this and that and the other and nothing. And this and that and the other and nothing. And repeat, repeat, Groundhog Day. And just moisturize this and that and nothing. Cleanse, replenish, and bash. Nothing. Just bash. So, and yet you say, oh, just cheating. You've probably been, if you're my age, you've probably been cheated on or have cheated. Okay, so right off the bat, everyone's a cheater.
have cheated on someone, at least in the United States. Luckily, I'm exempt from that, and I'm hoping it's not as common as I think it is.
Oh, she couldn't wait. Luckily, I'm exempt from that. So she's never cheated and she's never been cheated on. Hmm. What? Bash! What you don't see is that probably you just believe the lie so much that, wow, who knew if someone cheated on you? Exactly. You never knew. Because to you it was just wonderful forever and ever. But yet, what's going on? Are you married? Hmm. Does that prevent someone from cheating? Hmm.
But whenever I talk to people that I know, it's usually something that happens. And in this cheating situation, I feel like there's always the two options, of course. You either break up with them or you learn to move past the cheating, especially.
So those are the only two options. And that's why she closes her eyes in shame because she knows what is she talking about? Bash is what? Because, wow, okay, this and that and the other and cheated and just you either move on or you dump their ass, right? Is that what she's saying? And then you get into the whole blasting into the abyss and just attachment this, attachment that, and trauma this and trauma that, and letting go of your past, and forgiving yourself and this and loving yourself relentlessly and this and that, because how can you love someone else if you don't even love yourself? And all this bash and bash, 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 and then being like, well, yeah, whoever cheated, well, yeah, tisk tisk, blah blah blah. You know better, this and the other, what's wrong? Well, this and that and this and that. Smash, 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 smashed. Just justifying bashhood because it doesn't matter that people are being cheated on. The truth is you're just bashed. You're going around like chickens with their head cut off and thinking you're the rulers of the world. Wow, amazing. Meaning You are bleeding out. You are bleeding out. Bleeding, just defiling, just bleed, just, oh wow. And you don't even know it. You think you're boasting and just enriching and growing and learning and loving yourself relentlessly so you can find the one that won't cheat. Wow. What a bash. What a bash. Because what is cheating? If not exactly what you worship? You're cheating your own life, thinking you can create one for yourself. Wow, what a shame. What a shame. The ultimate cheater is you in your own life. You're stealing. You're stealing and abusing the life that you have, all into just to create some bash that you believe is what should be done, and this and that and the other, and wow. For what? Some guy that's gonna love you forever if you just save it somehow? Wow, so you can go find some other Gaias and Gaias upon Gaias? Whoa, Goyos, what is Gaia? Ooh, who knows? It's just some nice name. Is it? Or is it the Ume? And all this and that and the war? Oh, smashed. What is going on? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Exactly. Everybody just abdicates, thinks they can abdicate that and say, well, I don't know. I don't know anything. I couldn't possibly know. I'm just some bash. And I just do what I can to get my piece of the pie. What a bash. And who knew that everyone believes that? And then they can just pat themselves on the back with accolades of sophistication if they want to kind of rise above just the so called, bash. So it's just, you can call it whatever names you want, the sirs, the proletariat, whatever this, but the worker, this, that, the other, just the people, and this, and the grassroots. Not bash. All bash words mean nothing because it all comes down to abusers of the flesh, stealing the life, abusing it, cheating yourself and others away from the truth, away from the love of the Father, away from the way. Who knew? Exactly. And this person is crying about stop normalizing cheating because cheating is just some bash that, you know, says they love you, and then they go and say that to someone else, and this and that and this and that and that and this and that. Is it? Who knows? But you're calling it that, or you're calling it sleeping with someone else, whether you thought you weren't in a monogamous relationship. Oh, I'm so hurt. Oh, smashed. You know nothing. You are smashed, worshipping the light, bending down and getting down with Buddha, and going all the way into in and past lives of this timeline and the next one, all to the first and second time and third, and blasting into what you don't. What do you know? Nothing, because all you're doing is cheating. You guessed it.
If it's in a long-term relationship, you just learn that it was a learning curve. you
A
you
learning
grew
curve.
closer from it or something like that. And
Wow.
through that sort of normalization, that cheating is something you can always work past. It's kind of okay. We've all started to normalize that cheating can sometimes be okay. It's not as shunned upon as it
Wow.
used to be. In a study carried out by University of Tennessee,
Oh, she could have
they
waited.
interviewed 104 adults to figure out why they cheated on their partner.
Studies
And these
upon
were around 22
studies.
year olds, and 60% of them were women.
22 year
So the
olds.
reasons that they cheated on them were they were feeling unloved, they were drunk, or they just wanted to. They didn't want to relinquish their freedom yet, or they were just attracted.
Wow. Exactly. All notions of false love. So they have no idea what they're saying. They're just throwing out that word like it means something. No, they have no idea because they're just throwing themselves out there, being passed around, tossed in this and that, and being tossed. And this and the other, and spun and just bent and turned and contorted and just in and out and out and in, and who knows? And it's just friction, 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 but it's just so good. Wow. Well, because they were drunk and this and that and the other didn't know, but they did it anyway. Wow, just the fun, who know, just spun around. Just some top that spun relentlessly and thinks it's upright. Wow, what's going on? There is no up and down apparently to the marble worship. So what's going on? You know nothing in the sense of you are cheating. You're cheating. So you're saying, oh, this the study of 22-year-olds and what is it? Love, false love. Exactly. Cheating is because you believe the false love of the world. Wow.
Attracted
I
to the
couldn't be.
prospect of someone new. So if cheating is so common for such flimsy reasons, it can kind of make people give up hope for ever having some sort of long lasting relationship.
Oh, for such flimsy reasons. Oh, what a bash. What is this? Just always an eternal grin on this bash face. What is going on? Bash. It's not exactly. It's bashhood. Worshippers of bashhood. Flimsy reasons. You call what you worship flimsy reasons? You worship the false love of the world that you seek in others and you think you have relentlessly to dish out and not dish out who you think doesn't deserve it. Wow. Smashed! Smashed! Wow, just blundered and liquefied into a bliss of dust and nothing. Because what? That's what you believe. Ashes to ashes, and thus that is what you live.
Because you're like, oh, if I just start dating someone, they're probably going to cheat on me. Or if you have been cheated on, it can kind of ruin your perspective of future relationships. So people can get disheartened and you're like, oh, if this person cheated on me, the next person is just going to cheat on me. So you just give up. But I
No, you don't. You just give in to the belief and the ways of the false love. You think, well, oh, how could they cheat on me if they love me and I love them? Oh, smash. No, you know nothing of love. Know nothing. All because you are blind to your own image. You love it so much. And of course, you were taught to interpret what you see in a way that defileth you, that has traumatized you, in the hypocritical ways of the world. Wow, in such a abusive and sinister way to yourself, all because you lacked the protection of the truth. Your parents have not been in truth, just justifying their defiling, their abuse, their cheating. They have become master manipulators, master liars, and master cheaters of, you guessed it, life. And too bad. They just did what they could that they said was their best, and they raised you. And they said, yes, go out there into the world and do better than me. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do better and get more material things and rise above the rest and show the world how much money and so what kind of image you can create for yourself. Yes. And have that, try and be a legacy just so it can be destroyed and recreated in whichever way Bash fits at some other Bash time. Who cares? It doesn't even matter. So, of course, you just go ahead and relinquish and boast and boast and fill that bucket and experience and all the archetypes of smashed. Nothing. All because you reject the simple notion that you are not alone. What is alone? Bash, nothing. Exactly. You believe you come from nothing. So, therefore, bash. Love exists and it's unconditional. And that's the proof. You're, you are all seeking unconditional love. But you guessed it, through the defilement image of the ways of the world. So, therefore, you're bashing each other and not learning anything, as this person would like you to believe that you, oh, I learned this and that, smashed. You have just been traumatized more to just take what you can and call it love somehow.
I mean, why are we such a culture of cheating? Can we really blame it all on social media? I think that's partially it because if you have all of your options at your fingertips, if you're a guy and you're scrolling through Instagram, following all these minor Instagram thoughts and saying, oh my God, you're so beautiful under their pics, or if you're
These minor internet thoughts. Wow, she even calls them that. Amazing. So what? Of course, she blames social media. She couldn't wait. she could not wait. And of course, it's the easy target. But who knew that social media has been an infringement all along, meaning a tower that's been built by men and their worship for it. So it's just something that just came about out of nowhere. No, it's been something that has been pushed slowly and slowly and being slowly out and bled out. You're being bled out slowly, of course. So you social media, no, it's people. People are defiled. They are in darkness. Okay, they are. They are. Wow, they worship the abyss. So who knew that worshippers of the abyss will engage in a way that defiles? Wow, who knew? So it's not the social media. It's not this and that. Those are just platforms that just have are exist because they have been slowly brought on forth. Okay, and now that the flesh is so corrupt and such a great cheater, who knew that all these things that are now at their fingertips all just sell sell to them, meaning they reward the cheater. Wow. Wow, who knew? But no, oh, social media, like the days when I think that it still exists where, oh, you boy meets girl and love forever. All the while we worship all these stars and multiple points of light that just show us sex and killing and death and all this stuff all the time. Yes, yes, that exists. Yes. Wow. Yes, boy meets girl, love forever, bash. And yes, we can all just be the same and just the same everywhere. Yes, 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 and just wow. And not the same and diversity and this and that and this and the other. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just and then not diversity because well we this and that and this and this and relative. All relativity. You're bashed. You're bashed. And of course, that's why you're always in relentless conflict. Conflict of laws, conflict of this, conflict that, conflict. Oh, just conflict. Oh, join the conflict. Action now. Smashed. You worship Mickey Mouse, okay? You worship Mickey Mouse and his little wand, and you think of yourself as the wand. You are the one in action, just doing. Smashed. The invisible hand with the white glove has defiled you, and now you are its puppet. Oh, wow, who knew? And you are doing exactly what you need to do to keep the same bash going on, day in, day out. Because why? Oh, because that's the purpose. We have to just fight for the people somehow and just smash. No, lost. Lost children. You are truly the lost children because you have no apparent father, but you have a father that you worship. Meaning, wow, you created yourself. Whoa! So in that sense, you're creating your image and you worship the lie because yes, it gives you day in, day out opportunity to just go out there and smash. Wow, just relentless abyss. Okay, and now cheating. Let's continue. Wow, couldn't wait.
A girl and you download Tinder to swipe left on a bunch of guys,
But
but just think about the what if scenarios. What if I started dating this lawyer or something? Or even when you're exposed to so many other couples online, vlogger couples, Instagram couples, you see how perfect their relationship is, and then you can manifest a problem that never even existed in the first place.
oh, because I did all these things, right? Or I'm just a manipulator, sorcerer, and I just bash, bash, bash. What are you saying? Creating these, okay, well, let's talk about it. So you create all these Tinder and this, and potentially I'll just date out of all the guys that I just relentlessly smash. I will go out there and might meet a lawyer. So yeah, I'll potentially meet him. Or were you saying, oh, I might be a lawyer and he might be shame me for doing this and that? What? What are you saying? Nothing. Oh, and then wow, just bash.
Why doesn't he do this for me? Why doesn't she do this for me? And
Exactly.
you can also stem that to porn as well. And that's just one.
Oh, her little smirk. She couldn't wait. Wow, your little smirk. Did you see that? Oh, she couldn't wait. She couldn't wait. Whatever, Bash.
Stem that to porn as well.
Oh, see, look. She look. Maybe she's looking over to her porn. That's what she's doing. At first, I thought, no, she is kind of making her a smarky remark, but no, she's looking over at her porn. That's what going. Look, you can see it flashing back at her, and just like it's there. So she's watching porn as she's doing this. Who cares, right? Porn is what? You, it's just a image. And of course, it defiles. And anyone who's ever watched it, yes, it traumatizes, and it's a choice. So yes, everyone, no exemptions, no exemptions. So what is done with the trauma? Because the trauma's there. It's been there. You were raised in it. So that's the opportunity. Okay, meaning in every day of it to overcome, endure the flesh, overcome, inherit all things. Not some bash this or that, the other, all things. And what is all things? You guys said the purpose, everlasting life. Yes. The truth, the way, and the life, forever and ever. Yes. But no, for this person is what? Some not cheating. Don't cheat. Don't cheat, everyone. Don't cheat. Just be loyal. And watch porn together. Yes. Because if the person is watching porn, is cheating on his girlfriend. Oh, what a shame. Is that it? Is that why you're smirking? All these bash worms and loopholes and this. Well, is he cheating or is he just so sexual? Is she just so sexual? They just watch porn all the time. I don't know what to do. Am I not enough? Am I this or the other, that or this? Smashed. What is going on? Of course, hypersexualization. Who knew that it would manifest in ways that you engage in the sense of you learned. So how do you unlearn these things? And of course, the little fat tubby Buddha loves this. You know, how do you? How do you unattach, unlearn? You must unlearn all things to learn again with Bash. Okay, that's called brainwashing. Because there is no brainwashing required. It is only but to be humble, to admit you are wrong in all that you're pursuing. Because there is no way that what every single person is pursuing is what they think it is. No way. Because everyone has some bash relative thing, a bash belief in this, and traumas over traumas, and relentless victimhood to the 33rd degree. Who knew? And aspirations to the 33rd degree of some overlord, some bash. Nothing. And what is it all for? Oh, because we're just trying our best. Smashed. What is your best if not some relative bash again? So bash, nothing. And so you're just floating with it. You're just floating with it into relentless sewer while it defileth, and all while thinking you're rising in some spiral to some place filled with light. No, being defiled and you love it. So again, do we just give up our lives and until the day our what bodies what animated? No, until we are shown the truth forever and ever. Not what you will call the truth or what I may call it, but it's just you won't. There's no turning around. There's nowhere to hide. Truly, no orientation, but it just splitteth. Split. The truth, eternal, forever and ever. Until you guessed it. impossible. Just meaning, wow, just relentless protection. Meaning the encompassing all against any abyss. There's nothing that will ever enter that will abuse. But no, to you it's just, oh, it could be nothing or forever nothing. But the abyss, yes, it's real. But you love it. So does one give up their life to the abyss, hoping for the best? Or do they work the invisible battle, the spiritual battle, their life, enduring, overcoming, not thinking that, wow, there's something here to change. Wow, no, guess the world changes you. You don't change the world. And then you are changed. The world changes you, and you're like, oh, yeah, now I can just somehow change it. Smashed.
And that's just one facet of the issue because obviously there's a bunch of other reasons why people cheat on each other. I feel like social media just amplifies it a little bit. But another thing,
There's a bunch of other reasons. No, there's only one reason. Straying from the love of the Father. There's no truth in such relationship. So it's not even a relationship. It's just two bash things coming together and in comfort of something, in some pleasure, and some what do I get from it type deal, this or that. And it's nothing. In the end, that's why the grass is greener somewhere else relentlessly, and that's it. There's only one reason. Void of truth.
is that it's more normalized. When you watch movies, especially like romantic comedy movies or any sort of TV show, there's always the whole plot line of the guy gets cheated on or she dates the other guy that she thinks she likes for a little bit, but in the end, they overcome their problem. In the end, it's all okay.
What is she talking about? Is that every movie? What movies is this person watching? Of course, relentless bash chick flicks or whatever they call them, or maybe some sci-fi thrillers that she that's what she reads, and all this bash, all these foreign films. Oh, I'll go to the relentless foreign films. Yes, and this is always the story. What is going on? No, that's what your parents have done to you, and what you're potentially doing to your children, or have done, or are doing, or will do. Because who knew? You just repeat the same bash, all thinking that you're doing it better than your parents because you know better somehow, and you're so much more progressive. Smashed.
So when you watch so many of these movies, you can sort of be indoctrinated to think that, oh, even if she goes and hooks up with this other guy for a little bit, she'll come back to me. Or vice versa. If he goes to find his little vixen or something, he'll come.
Yes, because they all believe in false love. Because they're all looking for unconditional love. What they call unconditional love. Love me for me, not because I'm Kermit Frog. Smashed. Whoever the bashed that person loves, even because he loves a pig. What is even going on? Bash is what's going on. Bash hood to the 33-degree and then toss around and invert it and bash back to you. So what is going on? What is going on?
He'll come back to me.
He'll come back to me because I believe in some bash love that I don't even know what it is, but I believe in it. I feel it. No, you feel emotion of just trauma, victimhood. The child is inside of you saying, "What are you doing?" And what child? No, it's the purity. It's the spirit. Okay? And your flesh is saying, "Oh, but it feels so good and in and out and oh, and this, it's the memories and this and that and what she said and what he said and that and this and that. Smashed. You know nothing. Smashed by the light. Because if there was any truth in you, wow, you wouldn't be in that situation. And if you were, it would be, wow, clear as day what to do. You wouldn't be confused. Okay? What is this? Deception.
And that's not always the case. I mean, there's not really any good relationship representation on TV or movies anyway. And then some people are attracted to the power.
So why are you looking for TV in the first place? Exactly. You won't say it. It's the parents. Parents. You guessed it. And people are being cheated on and cheated and this and that and cheating in life essentially because they have no notion of truth. It's relative. You just do your best. Again, relative. Bash. And if you are, in a part of a house that has a single parent or just who, it doesn't even matter. Parent, whatever parent you have, just bashed. Okay? They're teaching you lies, the ways of the world that they had learned themselves. Because just as progressive as you think you are, your parents thought the same thing. Oh, what a joke! What a joke. And it's not some evolutionary trait that's how we got to where we are because we just thought we were better than the last one relentlessly, forever and ever. Smashed. Bashed, ape, trolled, half bird, half mouse. Nothing. You worship the light and that's it. You're bashed. Smashed and just splintered. All because it whispers tingles in your ear and promises of, you guessed it, false hope.
Power dynamic of cheating on someone. There's this Vice article of this girl who's claimed to cheat on every person that she's ever dated. And why did she do it? Well, because she got hurt when she was 16 by someone cheating on her, so she decided to get her own sort of revenge. Now, believe
Vice. Of course, Vice would report on that. And that's probably you. But the thing is, she cheated on every single person that she ever dated just because when she was 16, somebody traumatized her. Okay? Wow, that's the story. What a weak story. But the abuse didn't happen at 16. The abuse was before that. Okay? Because no guy that would ever cheat on this person would traumatize her to that level so that every person that she ever went out with that she just cheated on. No, that's anger. That's hatred towards men. That's hatred to just, do as thou wilt. All with a deceptive intent. Okay, that's thinking power, that's control, that's basically you're full on, Satan is your father. And all because you were void of love in the house, in the home. Your father was void of the truth. He did not guide you. Love. He did not show you the truth. The love of the Father that is unconditional. Okay? He must show you the way. Guide you so you may not stray. Of course, and for you are relentlessly seeking the truth. And if a parent is there not to show you, the child is going to see your hypocrisy. They're like, what is this? What are they doing? And of course, they're going to look for it somewhere else because they're like, wow, my parents are hypocrites. So trauma begins way before 16. Sure, that guy might have been a total asshole and total whatever. But then that just was the last straw. So that trauma that person was already, insecurity, this, is that, and that, just you name it, just all of a sudden is unleashed on this one external person. Unleashed. Unleashed. Because she believed in the image. She believed in it, but guess what? The image turned out to be something else. And you cannot compute. So instead of saying your image is wrong and what you worship, wow, it lets you down. It turns on you on a dime. So what is going on? No, no, instead of that, now it's this out person outside of me and I'm gonna hate them forever. Yes. And so I go out there and just smash anyone like them. But it's still fun because, I still like some in and out and friction and then just bash them. Wow, what a shame.
Believe it or not, just because you were hurt 9 years ago doesn't mean that you have the right to take out all that anger on other people.
Oh, 9 years ago, so she says she does the math for us. Thank you. What a shame.
Some people have even become proud of cheating. I've talked to some people who say, yeah, I've cheated on every person I dated, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, well, if you cheat on every person that you date, shouldn't you just expect your partner to be cheating on you? Like, these cheaters have some sort of cognitive dissonance where they're allowed to cheat, but
Right, so you're exempt from all this, but somehow, no. So of all these people, it's like, haha, I've cheated on every person I've ever dated. And guess what? She probably got away with all of it. Or maybe she got caught once. But it doesn't matter. So you think you're exempt? Wow, what a shame. Again, are you married? Were you married when you were 16 and have never you know the person has always been with you, right? You know. You believe in that image. You know. My husband would never cheat on me. Never. Because we just believe some relative bash and the light and this marble and the dust and this and that and that. So we're all good. Smashed in your bash trolled bloodbath ape bash mouse bird brain. Okay? But that's why you worship. So that's why I say it.
their partner has to be faithful. It's like, come on, at least expect your partner to cheat on you if you're going to cheat on them. And then you have these people trying to reprogram
Oh, so reprogram.
their brain to make polyamory okay. And I'm just like, okay, that's fake, but good luck trying with that. In the end, I just think
Exactly. Good luck with that. But good luck with that means it works. Because who knew that brainwashing works? Because everyone is living it. But you all just believe it to be some potential simulation. Bashed. What a shame. And all this and this and that and this and this and that. And so cheating. Polyamory. She couldn't wait to drop that bomb. Polyamory. Reprogramming themselves. Well, if my partner can cheat, or if I want to cheat, then I'm just gonna go out and cheat and tell them that they can go out too. But I have to reprogram myself to be okay with that. What are you saying? Exactly, just destruction of any bond that you could have, that you could come to have. No, become one flesh. Who knew? No, it's just about slapping your roast beef everywhere and all against other slimes and this and that and drink it and this and that and just put it everywhere and just bathe in it perhaps even and then just guzzle it in and out and lick it this and that and toss it the other way and this and put it in and out and that way and now 2 and 3 and now 6 and 7, 4, 7. Who cares? Smashed. Void. You're out there just trying to get satisfaction that you couldn't get in some other song. Bashed, smashed, and just re-Pinterest, just reposted after you've been scoffed around, shuffling around and stepped on and passed around. You're reposted, now available. Wow, what a shame.
I think we should stop normalizing that cheating is something that you have to go through, just something that you learn to grow from in your relationship, because it's not normal. It just shows a lack of self-respect if you get back together with someone.
Oh, it's not normal. She couldn't wait. It just shows lack of self-respect in this. Yeah, because you have so much self-respect that you probably spend hours getting ready and you make sure to just say the right thing always and just be so kind and mindful, but all while you're defiled. So what are you talking about?
Who cheated on you, and it also shows a lack of respect for your partner if you completely just ignore their feelings and cheat on them and potentially destroy future relationships for them. Everyone brags.
And potentially destroy future relationships for them because they stuck with you the whole time and this and that. Bash. Or because you traumatize them now and they will have trouble later on and this and that and this and that and this and the other. No, no, no. Bashed. Betrayed by your own worship. Wow, who knew? Who knew? Because your own worship did it because you believe in your image. You believe in the dust that you are, the marble that's spinning around nowhere and comes from nowhere and just going somewhere that you think is this, but you're just doing your best. And of course, you have to trust those who are experts. And of course, you have to trust in what they say is the way. Because there's multiple ways and none of the ways, but you have to just trust it. And just say that because they say they're going somewhere, so you just trust and with the way that they're saying and how they're gonna do it and how they're gonna spend it and this and that and budget upon budget and this and that and who knew smashed. You have no idea what you're living. You're just copycatting and you're just doing something that you think is so, you know, oh radical and this and the other, but no, there's nothing new under the sun. You're blinded. Blinded thinking you can bring about some change of the world. No, the world has changed you and now it showeth fully. Now it's so obvious. It is so obvious. And everyone is crying. Who knew? But instead of crying, why don't you exactly? Because you must cry. And it's going to consume you. Your weeping will consume you. Because you weep for the world and you weep for yourself. Not for the abandonment and the relentless, constant beating life out of yourself through others and through you and just abusing. Not complete, rejection of that and just notion of the life. The spirit that you are and were, but refuse to be and embody forever and ever. For the filtering that your life was is now but just ashes. You did not see what the filtering was all about. What have you seen? What have you witnessed? And what have you lived in truth or relentless rebellion?
About juggling their side pieces, and everyone brags about how many girls they had sex with and all this stuff. And I'm just like, you can't be calling girls thoughts if you're around being a thought yourself. And maybe it's the movies.
You can't. Oh, she couldn't wait. You can't call others thoughts if you're a thought yourself. Wow, that's what everyone's become in the sense of everyone's a thought that never was. Because everyone truly now is just a hookup. Everyone truly is just now how good they look and what I could truly fantasize and fulfill in that moment. And I might go back to it, but I might not. Depending on how juicy it was. Or how did it boast me? What did I get from it? And who knew, oh, I found someone that's worthwhile just feeding on for a while. Smashed. So it's a total inversion of what this person is presenting because this video should be called Totally Brainwashed. Okay? Because this person believes that there is somehow uh that everyone is just regular ass people, but they're somehow just because of the social media, they're out there now just cheating on everyone, and they're just calling and boasting about how everyone hooks up and this and the other, and how they cheat and this and that. Wow, no notion of what life is. void of truth, and forever searching some bashed love that they think is here to, that they think is all the world, love and light. They worship some bashed love that is just emotion. They call love emotion. Wow. Emotion is what happens when the trauma kicks in of being led astray from the love of the Father. That's what emotion is. And you call it love. Wow, what a shame. Because the love of the Father gives unconditionally, day in, day out, and life brings forth life relentlessly. You had to do nothing, zero, to even take the next sight, the next breath. Nothing. You did nothing. Oh, your heart is it? No, but nothing. You did nothing. Oh, you chose to come into this world. No, you chose nothing. You're a petal of life. So what do you see? Or will you try and make your own image and smash and smash and smash and call it this and that and that? Smashed. Life is abundant. It gives relentless seeds. Relentless seeds. And yes, relentless seeds do blossom. So what is it that you feed on? What is it that what is it? What is the source? Oh, love and light smashed. There is but one purpose, life everlasting. So what are you working for, if not some life for yourself? Through the love of the bashed ways of the world? No. Abandon ship. Abandon the ways of the world. Endure the flesh, overcome. Because life everlasting is real. You are life. And life showeth every day how it brings forth. And has nothing to do with the sun or the moon. Who knew?
Maybe it's magazines telling people to go have sex with as many people as you want. Maybe it's the movies showing people getting bogged down by relationships and how shitty relationships are, and she's gonna cheat on you anyway. But people should just have the tough conversation of talking to their partner instead of just cheating on them. It seriously is a lack of respect to just ignore how your partner feels about any of that.
A lack of respect. Oh, the squint. And the whole time she always was looking a little tilted to the, just enough so that it's just asymmetrical. Or maybe it's just asymmetry that she loves, and or maybe she's gotten smashed too much that it's just bashed, and that's the way she was made. Oh, who gives a bash? But the light it deceiveth, and there's shadows everywhere in this background, and who gives a bash? But at the same time, oh, it's just truly a lack of self-respect and respect. Exactly, because there's no notion of what respect is. There's no such thing. It's honoring your father and the creator of all. Who knew? Who knew? Women are the mothers of all life. Who knew? And both men and women are searching some bash love, some embrace, some complimenting half of some bash sense. But listen, it's all because you are living a lie. You're living a lie thinking you're separate from life. Always creating and making plans to create some bash life for yourself in some future that doesn't exist. It's all fantasy. But all you see is working towards some fantasy, and then you say, well, they worked towards some fantasy and it came true. No. Relentless drama. and more trauma and more strings pulled and more smoke screens and just rehashing of the same old bash and calling it progress. Smashed. Truly believers of recycling, and that's what you live. You're being recycled. And not past lives and future lives and this and that and reincarnation. No. Just recycled. Your mind is bended, recycled, retrawled, and retrawled again and replanted. But now it's a sustainable trawling. So now it's okay because now it's just periodically and now you just do it to yourself. We must all return home. And instead of enduring the life to just paycheck to paycheck, endure the life so that every time you may stumble, you know exactly why and how. There is purity in all of us, the Spirit. So how badly have we rejected it? We must let the love of the Father fully renew all things within us, without. And it is not our responsibility to change the world, but to admit we are wrong. We are the cheaters.